First Mortgage Corporation was established through the acquisition of a local mortgage company. This subsidiary of the company now provides customers with a source of funds for residential properties. First Mortgage Corporation now services $115 million in loans for over 3,000 customers. During the year, improvements were implemented in our data processing department. High-speed check processing machines were installed. On a peak day in 1982, this area processed over 380,000 items, possible only through the use of this new equipment. In addition, the department has begun a 3-year conversion of all applications by the installation of an integrated software package. We fully expect that upon completion of this project, this system will provide the bank and its customers with the most efficient data processing to be found any place. Our ATM network was upgraded by affiliation with a larger regional network, Pulse. This now allows our customers instant access to cash withdrawals and other information in a 3-state area of Texas, Oklahoma, and Louisiana. 1982 was an excellent year for media coverage of activities, including 2 feature spots on the local PM magazine show. In July, an update of an earlier PM segment regarding our flag was shown.
Well, it's just the most beautiful sight there is when we look at the stars and stripes, and that particular large flag is just much more than I could ever envision it be.
Makes you proud.
Yes, indeed, it sure does. I like the idea of being recognized as a place with a flag on top.
His dream of flying Shreveport's biggest flag has come true.
In September, a feature entitled Cowboy Banker highlighted the involvement of the bank and Senior Vice President Jess Lloyd in the agribusiness area.
If you ask Jess Lloyd about his job, he'll tell you he loves it. The riding, the penning cattle, the harvesting and planting. He's out in the field most mornings by 6 o'clock. He works with farmers and ranchers all over this area, and they couldn't get along without him because Jess Lloyd is their banker, and his job is a lot more than just roping and riding. How does a young person like you buy your own cows?
Well, we are loaned money by the bank, and then when we sell them, we repay them, and then with the deficit, we put it into the bank for interest and for college funds and stuff like that.
To instill confidence in the minds of citizens in our market area during a time of economic upheaval, First National Bank produced a series of TV and radio commercials emphasizing the stability of the bank.
If this old tree could talk, what would it say about the things it's seen? Generations of people who struggled, persevered, triumphed, institutions that came and went, and a few that stayed. First National Bank has built a strong heritage over the years, but they're not just relying on the past. They're taking that strength into the future. First National has nurtured Shreveport and its people for over 100 years. They're not about to stop now.
This institution has performed in a sound, progressive, and profitable manner through the many changes and crises during the past 105 years. Your management sincerely believes that with the fine professional staff of the First family and the solid capital foundation of the company, it will continue to achieve results which rank among the very best in banking and financial services. To you, our shareholders and friends, we appreciate your continued support. And mailed to their institutional investment customers as well as the company's shareholders. Shareholders and prospective investors can now follow the market value of the stock as it appears in the Wall Street Journal and other leading daily newspapers in the listings of the over-the-counter stocks. The success of 1983 is not mirrored in financial results alone. The year witnessed a successful culmination of a number of important new developments and products. In our fast-moving industry, new products, competitive, cost-effective, and of superior quality are the lifeblood of a healthy institution. During 1983, your company continued its leadership in offering the best in financial services. In the latter part of the year, our newly created Financial Services Division unveiled a new product, First Asset Management. Almost 2 years of planning and research were devoted to this product. Our years of expertise in managing funds were combined in a single package with many investment options, including a preferred rate brokerage service. Two unique features are the single statement, detailing all investment transactions during the month, and the automatic investment of idle funds. A recent issue of the American Banker described the concept as a financial product of the future. Acceptance of this service has exceeded our projections and brings us one step closer to our goal of being a complete financial center to serve our customers' needs.
I've been a CPA for about as long as I can remember. Seems like I've spent a lifetime taking care of other folks' finances. Well, now I'm retired. And about the last thing I want to do is spend a lot of time on my own finances. You see, the wife and I want to travel, really enjoy retirement. So I'm looking for somebody to help take care of my assets. Somebody who'll make the most of them, just like I would myself. But where on earth does one find somebody like that?
When my husband passed away, he left me a substantial amount. But the one thing he forgot to leave me was direction. A sense of how to manage my assets, where to invest them, how to make the most of them. You know, what I really need is help. Help from someone I trust. The only person I trust is my banker.
You know, when I got out of dental school, I figured someday I'd be making pretty good money. Well, someday came a lot sooner than I expected. Now I have to think about all kinds of things I never had to think about before, like how to keep my money safe and get a good return on it, too. Hey, I'm a dentist. I don't have time for all this wheeling and dealing. Frankly, I need help with my money management. But where can I get it? Oh, I'd like to rely on my bank, but can a bank really help me manage my assets?
One bank can. First National Bank of Shreveport. Because First National Bank is introducing First Asset Management. A unique new program that helps you manage your assets wisely. First Asset Management. A complete, convenient system that takes the worry and bother out of your finances. Because let's face it, you've worked hard for your money. Now it's time your money started working for you.
During the last several years, we've been constantly assessing the company's long-standing special capabilities in certain lines of business. We were convinced that the First National Bank could play a fundamental role in corporate trust activities and dedicated ourselves to provide the highest quality of service in this area. 1983 saw our efforts bear fruit. The trust department's involvement throughout the state produced a record volume of trusteeships and other corporate fiduciary capacities. This leadership role resulted in the bank acting as trustee for almost $100 million of revenue bond projects. Further attention was focused on mineral property management, and through our well-known expertise in this area, the trust department now manages mineral properties that produce over $16 million of income a year. Assets managed by our trust department total approximately $600 million. A significant first was the announcement in February of '84 the arrangements to place Libby Pulse automatic teller machines in the Shreveport Kroger stores. Negotiations for this development were begun during the latter part of '83. This innovation is a result of the aggressive role your company has pursued the past few years in the area of electronic funds transfer. Another first was the installation of Libby at the Vivian branch in December of '83. This is the first ATM to be placed in North Caddo Parish. Through the company's affiliation with Liberty and Pulse Networks and the pending tie-ins with the Impact Network, customers will be able to access some 2,400 machines in the Southwest. Like others around us, we're aware that markets, technologies, and the financial industry are literally changing before our eyes. In order to keep abreast of these trends, professional development of our staff intensified during 1983. A record number of employees and officers attended classes, seminars, workshops, and schools designed to improve their functional skills. To provide more training for our loan officers, the Omega Loan Officer Development Program was conducted on premises. This course, covering a period of 2 months, provided 16 of our lending officers with new and aggressive techniques of analyzing loan applications. Complementing the company's objective of offering complete financial services, First Mortgage Corporation successfully marketed a variety of home financing plans. During 1983, this subsidiary of the company originated over $14 million in home loans and now services over $129 million in residential mortgages. The expanded activity necessitated an addition to the existing facilities at its location on East 70th Street. Routing of the proposed Interstate 49 through Shreveport will result in the acquisition of the bank's Southern Avenue and Texas Avenue branch facilities, as well as its warehouse complex. In anticipation of the loss of these facilities, the bank purchased a suitable structure to relocate the warehouse. Just recently, negotiations were completed for the purchase of property on Southern Avenue, adjacent to Osborne Funeral Home, for the relocation of the Southern Avenue branch. Efforts are continuing to locate a suitable site for the Texas Avenue facility. Community involvement is an obligation to which your company is totally committed. The officers, directors, and employees were involved in many civic, charitable, cultural, and educational affairs in the community. Your company, through contributions and manpower, assisted many local organizations, including the United Way, Shreveport Chamber of Commerce, the Shreveport Landmark, Neighborhood Housing, and Junior Achievement. A new dimension was added to the bank's community efforts by the adoption of the Caddo Career Center through the Adopt a School program of the Chamber. Advertising reached a new plateau in excellence. The award-winning Orson Welles series continued to be aired, the first local ads that used closed caption for the deaf. A new series emphasizing our expertise in commercial lending was produced using a voiceover of Orson Welles.
Working harder, working smarter, it gets tougher every day. You need a bank that sees tomorrow from the way it looks today.
Helping to build generations of businesses hasn't always been easy. But First National Bank realized over 100 years ago that they couldn't survive just helping businesses. They had to help people. They had to have vision to be able to look at the spark of an idea today and see a vital business tomorrow. For over a century, First National has nurtured businesses in Shreveport, and as you've grown, they've grown. Not just helping businesses, helping people.
First National Bank of Shreveport, your bank for tomorrow. Today.
Receiving considerable attention was a Christmas message that aired on local TV stations during December.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. With God as our Father, love is all of me. Let me walk with my brother in perfect harmony. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth.
A message of hope from First National Bank of Shreveport.
A new concept in billboards, the first of its kind in the area, was installed at the Broadmoor branch. Using a backlighted technique and a unique outer covering, the advertising design appears to change between day and nighttime. As we look forward to the future, we're confident that we will continue our pace of leadership in offering financial services. To our shareholders and friends, your continued support is our wings of the future.